Good morning. Morning is with Luann and Tim. Friday. Thank the stars above. It's Friday. Just saying. Ever have one of those mornings?
Do you love computers, Lou?
I love computers. They're so awesome. They're my friend.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? It's an awesome day.
It is.
We're
my
healthy.
last day here for 10 days.
We're gonna miss you.
I don't care.
So you'll be thinking about me then.
I'll be lying in my bed at 8 in the morning going...
No alarm. Yeah, no alarm set.
Oh,
That's
you and...
my biggest thrill on days off.
You know what, Lou? It's getting darker and darker. Is it so depressing?
It's black.
I mean, it's black at 4:45 no matter when. What time of the year.
But you know what?
But
it's
now,
not, in July, it's not quite as black. But man, it's like...
black.
Yeah, already.
I know.
I actually thought about that this morning. Funny enough, coming into the bathroom, like, ooh.
I know.
I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's so dark out.
I woke up at 5 and was like, look at how dark it is. Poor Luann. This is how our day starts.
Oh,
that's shift work, though. I guess it's the same for it's the same going into the steel plant, right?
And my brother, who works at the paper mill in Espanola, has worked shift work his whole career.
Yeah.
And he's about a year away from retirement.
Remember they used to say that Sault Ste. Marie used to have one of the highest divorce rates per capita, and they said a lot of the reason for that was shift work, that it was really hard on marriages because
I heard it was because people were screwing around on each other.
Speaking of which,
I did when I first moved to the Sioux. Oh yeah, lots of people separate here. People messing around with the neighbors and.
Speaking of messing around, okay, so accusations are that Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth split. Sorry about this, but I just have to get this out there because this is really interesting. You're probably tired of us talking about Miley and Liam, but there's a lot of stuff going on around the fact that maybe she cheated, that she was in...
Well, yeah, because she's the rebel, she's the pot smoker, she's the tongue hanging out.
17 hours ago, Miley Cyrus went on a Twitter, not a tirade or a rant. This was just her doing a Twitter feed where she says, I can accept the life I've chosen means I must live completely open and transparent with my fans. What I cannot accept is being told I'm lying to cover up a crime I haven't committed. I have nothing to hide. And then she goes on to list. Partied in my teens and 20s, not only smoked but advocated for weed, experimented with drugs. Biggest song to date is about dancing on Molly and snorting lines in the bathroom. I effed up and cheated in relations when I was young. I lost a massive Walmart deal at 17 for ripping a bong. I got kicked out of a Hotel Transylvania for buying Liam a penis cake for his birthday and licking it. I swung on a wrecking ball naked. There are probably more nudes of me on the internet than maybe any other woman in history. The truth is, once Liam and I reconciled, I meant it. I was committed. There are no secrets to uncover here. I'm not perfect. I don't want to be. It's boring. I've grown up in front of you, but the bottom line is I have grown up. I can admit to a lot of things. I refuse to admit that my marriage ended because of cheating. We've been together for a decade. Said it before, remains true. Love him and always will. At this point, I have to make a healthy decision for myself to leave a previous life behind. I am the healthiest and happiest I've been in a long time. You can say I'm a twerking, pot-smoking, foul-mouthed hillbilly, but I am not a liar.
She's not. You know what? However you feel about Miley Cyrus, she is in your face with the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And she's not always delicate about it, in case you haven't noticed.
Did you know that one of the lines in her song, Slide Away, is actually, I want my house in the hills, don't want the whiskey and pills, I don't give up easily, but I don't think I'm down. So the allegations are that he actually hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
She might smoke weed, but she's not in any other kind of party drugs, and maybe he is.
And he's partying all the time, apparently. The other camp is saying,
His ring was off on June 24th.
Yeah, apparently it's been a minute.
Yeah. And they broke up after their house burnt down. That was tragic. Their house burnt down.
Yes, yeah.
They had a hard time then, and there was also tensions with the alcohol use in the past. So there you go, Miley Cyrus speaking
and
her
other
truth.
rumors say that she wanted to go to counseling, to therapy.
Yeah, she fought to keep that marriage together,
so
but it didn't work out.
She seems very strong-willed, and in a way that can turn people off because she's so aggressive in so many ways, but there's always two sides to the story, people.
You know who turns me off?
Me.
Sean, no. You don't turn me on either, but you don't turn me off. Sean Spicer.
Oh,
okay.
Tooey.
Dancing with the Stars. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I love that show. I hate Sean Spicer. I'm torn. I'm not going to boycott because I can't.
I don't watch that show because it's a popularity contest. And what's it called? Celebrity
Celebrity what?
Dancing with the Stars. Who's the star?
Sean Spicer's
It's a star? He's a star of what? Deceit
Media,
and lying.
Well, yeah, I know. I hate the fact that he's going to be on there.
Me too.
Look at him. He's like, just, I want to do this.
Yeah, ick.
Bad choice. But here's what's really interesting. Tom Bergeron, who is the host, he spoke out.
He did.
He said a few months ago during lunch with the new executive producer, he offered suggestions for season 28. And his chief among them was his hope that there'd be, after it was an unprecedented year-long hiatus. They haven't been off the air this long in their 28 seasons. He was hoping that it would be a joyful respite from the exhausting political and climate and free of divisive bookings from any party affiliations. So Sean is saying, not Sean, Tom Bergeron is saying, can we go back to season 28 and just like lighten the mood for the entire country that's
suffering?
Make
it fun. That's what it's supposed to be.
And then he says the decision was made, as we say in Hollywood, to go in a different direction. I love this. It's the prerogative of the producers in partnership with the network to make whatever decisions they feel are in the best long-term interest of the franchise. We can agree to disagree, as we do now. But ultimately, it's their call. I'll leave it to them to answer any further questions about those decisions. So Tom is not on board.
You know what, too? It's very brave because he is just a host.
He's under contract to them.
Right.
But he knows.
But it's still, like, that could have ruined his career because if they fire him because he spoke out, then he would be labeled a troublemaker and don't hire him because he's going to, mouth off about things that he doesn't like.
Except that,
he's right.
What the polls are saying, that at this point, 65% of the country basically doesn't like Trump anyway, and they're not going to they're going to side with Tom Bergeron.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Absolutely.
It's controversy. They want controversy. They want viewers to watch it to see what he's going to say, how people are going to respond to him.
Why can't we all just be like Taylor Swift?
What's she do now?
She released her latest single and the album today.
Both?
Yes.
Isn't that unusual? Don't they do single, and then the album?
And she released the video for Lover today.
I heard you watching it.
And it's very Taylor Swift-ish, and it's pleasant. For a long time, I guess some of the lyrics had been leaked, so people were trying to read into it. Oh, is she talking about her current boyfriend, or is she talking about her last boyfriend? And what does this mean? And what? Well, apparently, it's very obvious after you watch the video that she's talking about a friend's relationship.
Oh,
yes. So it's not even about her.
Well, that's not all about her for a change.
For a change.
No, and yesterday I said nice things about her.
It's very typical Taylor Swift. There's one shot of her. She's very costumed.
Is she wearing all those colors again? The same as the yellows and the pinks and the sky
much brighter. Like orange earrings, the ball earrings, like down to I just thought she looks like she's from the 50s, 60s, trying to go back to that era. So I didn't listen to the whole thing. But good luck, Tay-Tay.
I did my homework.
You did?
You asked me yesterday why it was called the Bud Car.
Yes.
And I plan on coming back today to tell you that it's because you could go see your buds in Sudbury. That's not true, Luann. Michelle, remember Michelle from Indiana?
Yes. Hi, Michelle.
I didn't do my homework. Michelle did it for me. Luann, this is from Michelle. What? Luann asked you why the train between the Sioux and Sudbury was called a Bud Car, B-U-D-D. The Bud Company produced small passenger trains to be used in rural areas for short-distance commuter travel. Michelle took it all the time from the Sioux to Deborah to visit her grandparents.
Oh, no way, Michelle.
Michelle has
that just gave me that's a nice memory for you. Oh, the Bud train. The little Bud car.
And I remember my mother waving my brother goodbye as he went off to study. He graduated early, so he couldn't join the RCMP because he graduated at 17 because he'd skipped. And he can't join the RCMP because you're 18. Oh. So he went to Cambrian College for a year, I guess, to study whatever you call that, police suds, whatever. Yeah. And so I remember my mother standing on the platform on Railroad Avenue or whatever that's called, waving goodbye to the Bud car as my brother went off to college.
Michelle, thanks for filling him in.
Thanks, Michelle.
And then when I tell him he's wrong, he doesn't take it as well. So thank you, Michelle.
Coming up on the show today, I have Coach Katrina dropping in, and she brought company. Holy smokes, it's a full house. She's going to give us an update on the club.
Awesome.
That's coming up right after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim. We'll see you in a minute.
This sure looks pretty stupid, doesn't it? Dangerous even. But lightning kills like 3 people a year in all of Ontario. That's nowhere close. That's nowhere close to the 16,000 that smoking kills. So, what's more stupid?
My name is Clement. I am 17. I do have a little brother. He is 5 years younger than me, and despite the fact that we're both blind, we're just normal kids. Sibling rivalries and fights and arguments. Sometimes we play games together, yeah. I find most people tend to have this perception of blindness as a huge physical handicap.
Incoming.
Which it isn't.
CNIB, Seeing Beyond Vision Loss.
I love women. I love older women, professional women, stay-at-home moms. I love how women put the family first. I love how you're so concerned that I'll get to your husband. You have no idea that I'm coming after you.
Make death wait. Please donate to fund life-giving research, because heart disease and stroke is the #1 killer of women.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Look at this full house. Oh, look at how pretty we all look. Look over there. That's you. How pretty and handsome.
Tanner forgot their shirt today, though, so...
Anna, you're not wearing your coat. Is that your new logo?
Yes, that's our new logo.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Coach Katrina, and it's the Rainbow Club, located on Queen Street still, right? Pall Mall?
Mm-hmm, Pall Mall.
How long have you been there now?
Well, it'll be 2 years that I've been in that location.
Yeah,
in
but you've been Coach
September.
Katrina for...
4 years and some.
Wow.
Yeah, and Rainbow Club, like our program, our youth group,
Yeah.
it'll be a year in September.
Okay,
so coming. Yeah.
Let's do introductions. Your name is Tanner?
Yes.
Hi, Tanner. You're a member of the Rainbow Club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our first members.
No, really? You're an old timer.
One of our first members.
Jake down there?
Yes.
Hi, Jake.
Hi.
Welcome to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Is this your first time on television?
Yeah.
Well, this is a good place to start because you can't mess up here.
Yeah.
Because nobody's watching. Other than Michelle and Indiana.
Hey.
Okay, so tell me, what's going on with the club? You got some major changes.
Yeah. Well, so I guess, we're coming up on a year that we've had Rainbow Club, and I mean, before I've come on and I've talked in, it was Queer Club,
Yeah.
so a lot of people are confused.
Did you
like,
used to spell it K-W-E-E-R?
No, I did not. I refrained myself. Yeah,
From using the K there?
I didn't
Well,
do it
she
there.
uses the K's all the time whenever she can.
Yeah, they make fun of me all the time. I definitely
I never-
tried to.
I think it's original.
Okay. Oh, thanks.
there you go.
Okay.
It's unique. It's
You're a
perfect.
sucker.
Oh, okay. No, they are usually very supportive. There's
That's
been a
good.
few that are like, but anyways,
Okay.
so no, I didn't spell it, but a couple of the youth had said to me at one point, like, hey, do you think we can change the name because
Not
we're being called queer in a negative way, and like it's not really one of those like we've reclaimed the word, like we're still being called it in a negative way. So
okay, and that's a very personal thing too,
Yes.
right? which is great that you're listening to the members of your club. Because for me, maybe because I'm an older man and I've been around for a long time, for me the term queer is just a sort of a term. I could understand, though, that it's not an umbrella term for all of your members.
Right, exactly.
Because not everybody that belongs to Rainbow Club would identify as queer.
Yes.
I mean, because there's more than the Q. There's LGBTQ, 2SI, blah, blah, blah.
Yes. Absolutely. And that's, I guess, when I sort of, and I'm learning too, right?
Sure.
So, and I like to listen to them when they give me feedback, of course, but about 50% of our club, I would say, is transgender, so that it wasn't all encompassing.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah, we had to just change it to Rainbow Club, because that was...
And you know what? You said you're still learning. I've been gay all of my life, and I'm still learning. No, because you know what? I didn't have a lot of trans friends or know a lot of trans people, mostly because it wasn't discussed. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all, I think as a society, we're all still learning and growing together, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And here you guys are to educate us.
Mm-hmm. And I met them at Rainbow Camp.
Wait, did you attend?
Yes. I've been for 3 years.
2 years. 3 years? 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
I'm old.
Okay, so you're old. We had a couple of the counselors on this year.
Yes, I saw.
Were you there this summer?
Yeah.
So do you do any mentoring yet, or are you still? I mean, are you working towards that? Is that something you'd like to do in the future?
No, not really.
Not for you.
I would when I'm old enough.
When you're old enough.
I'm gonna be 15 Sunday.
Yeah, they have a few.
You're only gonna be 15 on Sunday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jake. That's cool. So 15 years old, transgender in Sault Ste. Marie. Thank goodness there's a club for someone to go to. I mean, when I didn't come out till I left town. Because there was nobody in Sault Ste. Marie that I knew who was gay when I was 18 years old, and if they were, it was all closeted, right? Because that was 1981.
I feel like people who are gay are still closeted.
You feel like people who are gay are still closeted?
Yeah,
a lot of the times here,
Yeah, they don't.
It's still hard.
Yeah?
It's better, but it's still hard, and that's why we have the club. I mean, my hope is that I still, of course, like, I went away for school, and I do encourage that. I think it's a great opportunity, but I would love if people either stayed or like would come back, like someone myself, because it is a nice place to live and to raise a family and whatever, all that. But
absolutely.
Sometimes when you hear the things that some of the kids deal with, I understand why they want to get the heck out.
Get the heck out, bullying and stuff, not understanding. People are afraid of what they don't understand. You know, it's the bottom line is we're all just people, for heaven's sakes. What is it about attending the Rainbow Club that makes you want to keep going back there, Jake? Katrina?
And the activities we do.
What kind of Tanner? What kind of activities do you participate in when you go to the Rainbow Club?
We went to a picnic last week.
Picnic in the park. That was
Picnic
fun.
in the park. Yeah.
That was our first one.
I don't know. We dance a lot and listen to Queen. And
That's the shirt.
musicals.
Did you see the movie?
Yeah, I did.
Did you enjoy it?
I did.
So did I.
It was like a long time though, because I can't sit long.
Oh,
so
okay.
it was like
difficult for you to sit for the whole thing. Could you watch it in installments?
Yeah, it's just you can't when you pay money to watch.
Feel like you're forcing yourself.
You should get a ticket. That's something for people who have like ADHD or something. Give them a ticket that they can go back time and again so they can watch it in spurts.
We were just talking about that this morning.
That's genius. They should have done that with the Avengers movies too. Let's like patent it right now.
Like what?
Patent it.
What's patent it?
Like you claim it as yours.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Patent.
Patent. Yeah,
We're learning.
I'm very English.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use big words.
I knew what you were saying. It's fine.
Okay, so tell me more about what.
So
you got news.
This is news. Yes, this is our very first right here sponsorship package, because, as you know, for the last year, Rainbow Club has mostly been funded by myself, as well as some businesses and personal donations.
Okay.
But for the program to be able to continue as well as expand and grow, we want to be able to not just offer it on Friday nights, but every day during the week. So if we could do that, then I could hire someone to be able to open the space so I could do my training. They can welcome the kids in. Maybe we can get some computers computers so that they can do their homework. And then it would also help us to do more out trips that typically a lot of these youth wouldn't either, have people to do these things with, or the money to do these things with. So typically our need is like money for activities, and oftentimes like food. We always try to like eat together and have a meal, but sometimes it's hard to get the funds to do so.
Okay, I know, like for instance, you wanted to bring some of the gang to see that play that I was in.
Yes.
And it just, to get it all together, it's difficult.
Yes, it's hard. So like a little budget. So sponsorship. So I say like what we've been doing, what we could use money with, and then I have like this beautiful layout of like what the business or person would get like in return. Some of it is like we would come and volunteer at their events or like with anything they need, because volunteering is a part of our program.
You would volunteer for if a sponsor's having an event. But how many of you are there that attend the Rainbow Club now?
Typically, typically there's like 15. Would you say 8?
8 plus.
Well, 8 was our lowest number, and that was one Friday that we had 8. But we've had like up to 30 for events and up to 65 for our Rainbow Prom.
So you said you're turning 15. What is the age range there? Do you know?
Any,
but mostly around Jake's age.
Around the 14, 15.
Yes.
13,
13 to 18.
End of high school.
Okay.
But then there's also.
May I ask how old you are, Tanner?
Yeah, I'll be 17 in September.
Okay, perfect, great.
And there's also some people who are like my age in their mid-20s or 30s, or they could be 40. I've never really asked. Exactly. It's just a hangout spot.
A theater workshop.
I would love that.
Yeah?
We would love that. We would love that.
Theater games.
Yes.
Okay.
We have a costume trunk. We have everything ready for you.
We need sponsors, people, for Rainbow Club.
Yeah. Help us.
Help you.
Yes.
Okay, so how do they get a hold of you?
So they can get a hold of me, or us, either by looking up Coach Katrina.
One of us is shedding, Tanner.
Yes.
I think it's me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's me.
Get a hold of you.
Either, Coach Katrina, you can Google that and find either like my email, you can find my Facebook or my Instagram.
What's the Facebook called?
It's CoachKatrina.theclub.
And it's K. Coach,
with
K-O-H.
As well as rainbow.club. So now we have a Facebook group, as well as an Instagram page.
And you can't miss the club when you walk by.
You can't.
Paul Mall on Queen Street. It's pink. The outside
bright.
is fabulous.
I love it.
Who did that?
His Instagram is Vizsla Bacon, but Alex Bacon is the person who did that. Yeah, and he was super special.
Fantastic. We're out of time, guys. Did you enjoy your first time on TV?
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Was that?
I've been on TV.
You've been on TV before?
Tanner's the superstar. Gosh.
Tanner's okay. Listen, well then come back on again sometime, you old pro.
Yeah.
And let us know if you have any events coming up, things we can attend.
Friday nights.
Friday nights, what time is the
6
club?
6 to 9 Friday nights.
All right, and everyone is welcome.
Everyone is welcome.
LGBTQ plus and allies.
Yes, and allies.
Drop in and have fun with Tanner and Jake and the gang. All right. Thanks for getting up so early in the morning when you have to go to school.
No, I have work anyway.
Oh, okay. Some of us have to work for a living. I go on holidays today for 10 days. Sucker. Okay, we'll be back with Luann right after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Thanks to Coach Katrina and the Rainbow Club kids.
Yay.
Got something going. I think it's terrific. No hot pets. That's what it's called. You know what it's for? It's for dummies that leave their pets in the car. If you see this and you're walking by and you see a pet in a hot car roasting away, the windows up, you call the police or call the SPCA and they'll have somebody there quick. Don't let our pets die in the car. Get involved.
If you're struggling with thoughts of suicide, there is hope and there is help. You matter. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The calls are free and confidential. Call 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. You are not alone.
And welcome back. Huge thank you this morning to Casey's Security, who's sponsoring the show for us. We so appreciate it, you guys, Daniel and his whole crew, and you know that other guy.
You told me never to do it again, so I was doing it small. Give me a K, give me a C, give me security.
KC Security.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
Pauline's Place, last day for breakfast. It is the Bring Me the Breakfast fundraiser. Today, you can call this phone number.
You brought breakfast today.
You can call 705. Maybe after the show I'll call. Maybe. Oh, I got your $20 ticket for you. Remind me to give it to you
okay.
for the Finish Rest Home draw for the vacations.
Because we're going.
705-759-4663. It's on the screen. Call and order your breakfast. Today's breakfast is a muffin, hash brown, egg, bread toast, tea, coffee, juice. All proceeds are going to support Pauline's Place, shelter, and homelessness in our community. You call that number. They will deliver breakfast.
Awesome.
No charge for delivery within a 15-minute radius of downtown Sault Ste. Marie.
So it sounds like a breakfast sandwich with some hash browns
That's
on the
what
side.
it sounds like to me. It's a
Tea,
breakfast,
coffee,
muffin
juice.
with hash brown and egg. Yeah.
So awesome. And you know what? If you have donations to make, they are more than willing to accept them. So
They accept
keep that
them.
in mind as well.
Yeah.
Chrissy Teigen.
Okay.
I love her.
Married to John Legend.
She is so boom. You know,
She's so honest.
Yeah, she's so honest, and she's gorgeous. She was at a toy store, and she was wearing a jumpsuit, and it came down very low this way, and she wasn't wearing a bra.
Okay.
And posted a selfie.
Sure.
Shopping for toys for her kids.
Okay.
Well, people were like, "Honey, get the bra out. You should be wearing a bra. Shame on you. Oh, don't even do that."
Body shaming.
Right?
Mind your own
She's a
beeswax.
flippin' model.
that?
Yes.
So what's wrong with that?
Oh, you need to have a bra on. They look gross. And so you know what
They
she
look
did?
gross?
Right?
Who says that? That's a terrible thing to do.
Mine are in my shoes. Hers look awesome. You know what? Seriously, leave the girl alone. You know what
So
she did though?
no, tell me.
She went down a slide into one of those pits where the
A
balls
bar?
are, and she was hanging onto herself. And then she captions it, "Oopsie daisy." I like her. I'd like to have a drink with her. Wouldn't she be
Have you
fun?
ever been
I
to a
bet?
nudist colony?
No, gosh.
I have.
Have you?
Okay, so when I worked at Lacage in Toronto,
Yeah.
there was a nudist colony. I don't know where it was, but we used to drive there. So the whole show, all the drag queens and me, we'd all pack, and the dancers, we'd all pack, because we used to tour the show.
Right.
We'd pack up and we'd go and we would perform at a nudist colony, do dinner theater at a nudist colony. So when they go to dinner at nudist colonies, they dress for dinner.
Oh, they do.
They do. They dress for dinner, and so they were dressed for the show.
Right.
But when we first arrived there and we're unpacking our gear and carrying our suitcases, you're walking through the property and everybody's naked. And they're all just walking around in the sunshine and lying by the pool and doing their stuff and walking around all
Do you get used to it?
naked. I suppose they get used to it.
Yeah.
Nude beach, ever go?
No.
Yeah, been to nude beaches too. People just like hanging out all over the place.
Hanging out.
It's a certain mentality to not care.
Right?
If you think about it, if you're raised that way, if from the time you're born to the time you grow up, all you see are boobs and body parts, and it becomes there's nothing sexual about
it's
the
like-
body at that point.
No.
Interesting, right?
It is very, very
Freeing.
Freeing.
Yeah, I'm not very
I'm
free.
not. No, I'd have like a skidoo suit on.
I have a hard time skinny dipping alone at home. And my neighbors were all like, "Oh, not again."
Oh, he's out again. Gosh.
Anyway, just make sure you ring the bell before you come over. Luann has the news coming up after this. Once again, Casey Security brings you us all this month. The news is next, and then I'm going on. Habitat for Humanity doghouse build in the Humane Society coming up after the news. Stay with us.
shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears and mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears and mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Ontario is open to negotiating a smaller boost to class sizes, the education minister said yesterday, while downplaying impacts of the planned increase messaging that teachers decried as an insult and a sleight of hand. The government had announced in the spring that high school class sizes would rise from an average of 22 to 28 students over 4 years. Education Minister Stephen Lecce said yesterday that he's willing to consider ways to bring that 28 student average down while still keeping cost savings top of mind. Contracts for teachers and education workers in the province expire on August 31st, but bargaining for a new deal is still in its early stages. The Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation was at the Ontario Labour Relations Board yesterday to determine what issues should be bargained centrally and what should be dealt with at local tables. The talks are expected to be difficult given the move to larger class sizes, which the government has said will mean 3,475 fewer teachers in the system. The Progressive Conservatives have said that will be through not filling positions when teachers quit or retire, saying there will be no involuntary job losses. They set aside $1.6 billion in attrition protection. Teachers have warned that the changes will lead to fewer course offerings and extracurricular activities, and that some classes, specialized ones in particular, would balloon in size. Lecce said yesterday that he wanted to clarify misinformation that was spreading about class size increases, saying that for this school year, they would only rise to an average of 22.5.
Complementarity of the sexes. Two members of the same sex may use their God-given free will to engage in acts, to cohabit, to own property together. They may commit themselves to monogamy. They may pledge to remain in a loving relationship for life. In that sense, they have many of the collateral features of marriage, but they do not have its inherent feature.
Liberals went trolling yesterday for young, progressive-minded voters with 14-year-old video footage of Conservative leader Andrew Scheer speaking out against same-sex marriage, a tactic that prompted Jagmeet Singh to vow that New Democrats won't prop up a minority Conservative government. The NDP leader said in a statement, the disgusting prejudice against gay, lesbian, and transgendered Canadians exhibited in the video is exactly why, if Canadians deliver a minority government in October, he will not prop up Andrew Scheer and the Conservatives. Singh's statements came several hours after Public Safety Minister Ralph Goodale tweeted a short, edited video of an April 2005 speech Scheer gave in the House of Commons explaining his opposition to the Civil Marriage Act, which legalized same-sex marriage in Canada later that year. Along with the video came a challenge to march in Sunday's Ottawa Pride Parade, with Goodale noting that Scheer has never yet participated in any Pride Parade. The parade has taken on some additional significance this year after Ottawa Mayor Jim Watson days ago came out as openly gay after decades in public life. Authorities say more than 24 people have been injured in a light rail train accident in Northern California. Sacramento Fire Captain Keith Wade tells news outlets that 27 people were injured, including 13 people who were taken to hospitals.
Right now, it's so early in the investigation, I don't have any information in regards to exactly what happened with this light rail train. Early reports, people were trying to say it was a derailment. Others said it was some sort of collision. I have no facts or no information in regards to exactly what occurred.
Trump economic advisor Larry Kudlow told reporters outside the White House yesterday the economy is in good shape and there are no stimulus tax cuts in the near future. The White House had floated the idea of a payroll tax cut.
The president doesn't want the dollar to be lower. The president is very concerned that foreign countries have manipulated their currencies lower through various easy money practices that, by the way, don't engender economic growth. He would prefer, and I want to go back to the G7 idea, if these other countries, if our friends would adopt some of the pro-growth policies that we have adopted, their growth would improve markedly, and so would their currencies. And that's why it's very important that the formal G7 meetings include this section on the economy, trade, and currency. That's the key point.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide. The average Canadian will spend their last 10 years in sickness. Change your future at makehealthlast.ca.
Who's home? Dad's home. And what's he got? Mouth-watering Little Caesars. Download Fido. Dinner? Consider it served. Little Caesars Ultimate Supreme Box Set. A 5-topping deep dish pizza with delicious Italian cheese bread. And I got it for $12. It's Little Caesars and a whole lot of tasty. Hot and ready.
Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Welcome back to Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim. You're one of my favorite guests.
Oh,
this is Pauline Pennant from Habitat for Humanity. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Oh, it's such a great time being here. Love it.
So now this is one of my favorite things that you do. You haven't done it for, you were on
a couple years.
hiatus for a
done
couple
it.
years.
Yes.
They're bringing back the great doghouse build. What a clever idea.
Yes.
Was this a concept that other habitats have done or other places?
There are other habitats that do it as well, and there are other organizations outside of Habitat that do it as well.
It's a fun fundraiser.
It is, yes.
Clever, it inspires creativity and also functionality.
Exactly.
So tell me a little bit about what is involved in the Great Doghouse Build.
Okay, well, we're asking businesses, organizations, groups, friends, anybody in the community.
Anybody.
Anybody. To get a group together, fill out a registration package, raise the $250 fee.
Okay.
Then they can get a free kit to build a doghouse from Sioux Mill.
Okay.
They're donating all the kits.
All the kits, the starter kit, yeah.
And then they build it, and then we auction it off on September 14th.
And you auction it off, and that's how you raise the money.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's the fun part, though. So for the I love the fact that it's as easy as $250, and you get everything you need to build your basic dog.
Yes.
Sioux Mill gives you the kit. There you go. But the fun part comes in when the teams get together and they decide they want to have either a theme or a certain design. I mean, you've had. Tell me some of the crazy things you've had in the past.
We've had a 2-story stuccoed doghouse. We've had one that it almost looks like a tree house. We've had some that have had a great big fence around them with solar lights, heated floor, you name it.
Heated floor. That's a great idea for Northern Ontario dogs.
Yes. And it can be an indoor doghouse, it can be an outdoor doghouse. We don't care.
Oh, it doesn't matter. No. It's all up to you to decide how you want to build it.
Yes.
Now, the other thing is, you auction them off, but on top of that, you have winners, right? You have who judges, Pauline?
The general public are going to vote on the best doghouse, and the winner of the best doghouse wins $1,000 free advertising from Superior Media.
Which Superior Media, that would include, you can spend it how you want, your $1,000. We have Sue Online, we have myalgoma.ca, and we have ONNtv. So if you want to win $1,000 worth of advertising with us, then you build yourself a fabulous doghouse and raise money for Habitat for Humanity
and the Humane Society. We're donating 20% of the auction.
20%.
20% of the auction proceeds are going to the Humane Society.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. And you know what, if somebody actually maybe wanted to buy the doghouse and donate it to the Humane Society, they could even do that.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. How long do we have before you have registrations are still open?
Yes, we've extended it. You have until the 26th of August to register.
Next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday.
Okay, folks, come on. This is fun, and you're helping to wipe out homelessness in Sault Ste.
Exactly.
Marie.
For dogs and people.
For dogs and people. Tell me about the history of the builds for Habitat for Humanity, where you're at now, what number you're at, what status we're at.
We're at builds 10 and 11.
10 and 11
10 and
homes you've
11,
built. This
yes.
is a duplex this
Yes.
year. Is this the first duplex or second?
Oh, no, we've done quite a few.
You have? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The first family for the one side is moving in by the end of next week. They'll get the keys.
Oh my gosh.
And then we're progressing wonderfully for the second side.
How many, is it 500 man hours that they labor hours?
They have to put in at least a minimum of 500 man hours. Yes.
A minimum of 500 man hours to assist in the building of their home.
Yes, and if they don't want to do it at the home, they can do it at the restore. They can do it at...
You can volunteer to work at the restore
Yes.
and put your hours in
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Oh, so if you're not good with a hammer and nails or that kind of stuff, you can
or
actually
if anybody that has physical limitations,
of course,
they can come into the restore and volunteer there as well.
That's brilliant. Tell me about how the mortgage, how that works.
It's 0% interest free.
Yeah.
Geared to income. So we never take more than 30% of their income.
Whoa.
And put it towards their mortgage.
That's remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
And how, wow.
Then we hold the mortgage until they're done paying it off.
You hold the mortgage until they're done paying it off.
Yes. And then as they make the payments, that money goes back into our build fund to build new homes.
To build new homes?
Yes.
Who qualifies? What sort of criteria
They
are you
have
looking
to
at?
be in need of a safe and decent place to live.
Okay.
They have to have a steady income and fall within the certain criteria set down by the government for limits of lower and upper income.
All right.
And they have to be willing to partner with Habitat.
Okay. That's not so hard.
No, it's not.
Okay, so everyone should get behind this.
Yes.
How many teams do you have right now?
We have about 7.
Hey, that's great.
It is, yes.
You'd like to have, what would be perfect?
12 would be perfect.
Another 5, if we could get another 5 teams together.
Yes.
So you, your friends, your social group, your church group, your whatever. Anybody who wants to have some fun and get together as a team and build this doghouse and go nuts, like decorate it.
Oh, definitely. We have businesses like Proust Motors, Equipment World. We have organizations like CLA.
They're all coming on board for this?
We have even the City of Sault Ste. Marie's doing one.
No way. Good for them.
So
you can be supportive too. Now, how? So you said stop in or go
visit
online.
our website, our Facebook page. The links are right there. You can download your registration form, bring it in.
When do they have to have the dog? So registration closes on the 26th of August. The doghouse has to be built by when?
September 14th.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
So you have about 2 weeks to build it.
2 weeks to build it.
But you have a kit, so I mean it should
How hard can it be?
Exactly.
And does it come with instructions? Does the kit come with instructions?
I believe it does, yes.
I hope so, because otherwise I'd have like the base, the floor on the roof on the floor, and the.
That would be be creative.
Yeah, and Sue Mill is obviously a sponsor of this.
Yes, they are.
Do you have other sponsors that, or you're also looking?
We're
for some
looking for
sponsors?
more sponsors.
Okay,
yes.
so if you're a business that you don't have a team to put together, but you still want to help out, you could donate a prize, a gift certificate.
Exactly.
Give a service for one of the winning dog houses.
Exactly.
So you could do like a first, second, third kind
We
of thing.
could, yes, or we could auction off whatever you
Or auction
donate.
off. Donate.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Okay. Pauline's going to stick around. For some reason, there's all kinds of hairs floating around here today. We don't know what Laura brings in. It's a surprise every week.
Okay.
It could be a cat, could be a dog, could be a bird. It could be a snake.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, then. So stick around. We're going to have Laura from the Humane Society join us, and
Sounds
Pauline's
good.
going to stay because, of course, 20% of the auction price is going to the Humane Society, so we're all going to hang out together and be friends.
And our events during the Paw Fest.
Oh!
So we're piggybacking, yes.
Fantastic. So stay with us. We'll be back with Laura from the Humane Society, joined by Pauline Pennant from Habitat for Humanity and the Great Dog House Build, right after this.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
Together. It's fun to have extra people here.
It is.
Isn't it?
I don't have to do anything.
Especially when it's Pauline Pennant from Habitat for Humanity.
Exactly.
Have you
Great
been
Doghouse
the Great
Build,
Doghouse
yes.
Build? Was it last time they did it 2017? Were you partnered with them then, or is this the first time you guys have been involved?
This is 2017. We weren't.
No, this is the first.
How cool is it? 20% of the auction prices of the doghouse is going to you guys.
That's amazing.
So we got to get the auction up there.
Yeah. And what was the other thing you said? The paw. What's it called?
Paw Fest. Paw Fest.
What
yes.
is Paw Fest?
It's our dog walk, our annual dog walk.
Okay, when is that?
That
same
is
weekend of
September 14th.
Yep.
So you're going to do all at once?
In conjunction. Yep.
That is very cool. Is that all happening downtown somewhere?
Are you going to be downtown as well?
Yep, we're going to be right at the Bondar Pavilion.
And there's vendors and all sorts of stuff going on.
You're going to come back on and talk about that in September before that happens. Then we'll do a special. Maybe we could do a special spot. Rather than just sit here with the cats, we can talk more about that. Anyway, speaking of the kitties, Pauline said during the break, I should have mentioned on air.
It doesn't have to be a dog house, it can be a cat house.
A cat house?
Yeah.
But the kind that cats live in.
A little carpeted cat house, so you can scratch it.
Exactly. For sure. Tell us about these kitties. Oh my God, don't look at me like that. Tell us about these kitties.
These little guys were just left in our after hours box.
When? Because they're so tiny now. How long have you had them?
Since the 20th, actually, so not that long.
Look at that gray one.
He's going to eat
He's
the mic.
eating your microphone.
Okay,
That's
let's
so
not do
funny.
that,
They
honey.
want their breakfast. He's probably trying to nurse the mic.
Pauline, don't let him nurse you.
No, I was going to say,
Are these
that's
males or
okay.
females? What have we got
Little
here?
boys.
Two little boy kitty
They are
cats.
adorable.
These are smaller than the ones you brought last week.
These guys are younger. They're probably about the 10 to 12 week mark.
Oh, and the one I have is pretty unique.
Yes, he's a polydactyl. He's got the extra toe.
He's got six toes.
The mittens, that's
How many does he have then?
6.
He's got 6 toes in his little feetsies. Oh my goodness, he's got like a little thumb. It's so cute.
That's their normal dew claws, but it looks like the thumb, and then there's the extra one in between.
I said I saw an adult polydactyl somewhere just this past week, I think, but I can't recall where I was. So, what's the deal on these guys?
They are going up for adoption today. They'll actually be out on the adoption floor. We're making room for them.
Oh, okay. Because people love kittens.
I know, and we've got still so many kittens. It's
You're
crazy.
overwhelmed,
We
eh?
are.
Okay, so we need people to come and adopt, and this isn't a long weekend. No.
No, next weekend's a long weekend.
So you're open all weekend?
All weekend we'll be there.
What times again?
12 to 5 on the weekend, 11 to 5 normal business day.
These cats have no health issues.
None. They haven't even caught the cold yet, so they're good to go.
Because you've had some that have had a little...
we're full right now, so we're struggling with the cold. So we've got
We're struggling with the cold here too, as a
I
matter.
almost feel like I'm starting,
Just for being here at Superior Media, it's all those other people. I'm
Within
fine.
5 minutes,
I'm getting out of here before it strikes. You're allergic.
Yes.
And yet you said, no, it's okay, I'll just take my...
I'll just take an allergy pill at work. It's okay.
That's what these little kitties do. That people just like, I don't care, I'll touch it anyway.
A lot of people, yeah. Unless it's severe allergies, but yeah, the mild ones.
I'll just get blotches. It's okay.
You said that not all cats do that to you.
No, just some.
Why is that?
It's the dander that they produce, and some cats like
dander is the stuff that comes off their skin.
Yeah,
this cat.
A lot of times it's the saliva too. Cats that groom themselves more can produce more dander. Purebred Persians, ragdolls. I think the Russian blues are fairly hypoallergenic, but they've got to be purebred.
Okay.
I think that I might have a slight allergy to some dog saliva because once in a while, if one of my dogs gets too close to my mouth starts to itch.
Does it?
Does that make sense?
Sometimes it's the oils. Do you have shorter coated dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the oils on the
Terrier
coats.
poodle mix.
Yeah, terriers. I get like a little rash if I...
Oh, it's the oil, eh?
Skin,
I gotta stop kissing my dog's heads.
There you go.
How much to adopt these babies?
Those ones are $30 the adoption fee that
Was
stays
that a
in
little
shelter.
meow?
It's a little meow, yes.
And then $60 is a deposit that you leave with us, and we give to it the vet of your choice.
And that comes off the price of having them spayed or neutered because you must have your pets spayed or neutered, and that will reduce the population, the overflow.
Helps keep them inside. It reduces the drive to
Hi,
run.
Luann.
Hi, I'm spayed or neutered. I am. I'm all done. I'm all clean.
You're all
good to go.
Luann is up for adoption, and if you adopt Luann, you'll save yourself the $60 fee.
Yeah.
You can have her for $50.
I'll pay
The
you.
reduced
Please.
adoption.
Take her off my hands.
How cute are these little kittens this morning?
Cute enough for you to hold one?
No. Not that cute.
Listen,
They're
guys,
adorable, though,
I'm
really.
going on
Just
vacation
beautiful.
next week.
Yes, you are.
That means when you come back next week, please don't bring a cat because
It'll be
Alex
dog.
is allergic.
Okay.
So bring a dog. Make it a big one, and so that
I'll
so you can
stay
scare
over
the
there.
bejesus out of Luann.
Yeah, I'll be over
Pauline
there.
Pennant, one more time. We have until Wednesday.
Till Wednesday to register.
Okay, and raise money for Habitat for Humanity and the Humane Society.
Yes.
I'll have a great time while I'm away, Lou.
Have a great week off. We're going to miss you.
See you after Labor Day. Luann's back on Monday.
Bye.
That's good.
Thank you.